It's pretty simple. We shoot things until they break. The more we shoot things, the more money we get. The more money we get, the more damage we get. We've already doubled our damage, 2 per bullet. And we can also buy new guns. This one costs 50, but we could buy that and that's an auto shooter. So already between the two of us, we're doing some damage to these bricks. And the more we destroy, the more purple currency we get. We've already made $200, and since I'm feeling quick today, we're going to upgrade our damage a lot. We went from 2 to 12 damage, so now we're really going to mine through the bricks. Now, our purple currency turns into better upgrades. Increase the chance of yellow cube appearing by 1%. So if there's a yellow cube, we'll get double income. New gun, $250. Automatically fires 2 rounds in turn. Okay. But we're still doing the most damage ourselves, so our remaining money is going to go in. We're now doing 20 damage per bullet, so we're going to tear through those blocks. And for 50 purple coins, we can increase our total income by 10%. Yes, it's all about those upgrades. We can already afford the next gun for 1300. Automatically fires a strong shot. How strong is it? 30 damage. That is actually quite a bit of damage. We're still doing a lot more, but we have a pretty strong gun. And our auto-firing friend actually can get some really cheap upgrades. It's up to 26 damage now. We should probably do the same for all of them. They are firing a lot, so the more damage everyone has, the better off we're going to be. There's our yellow block. For 102 purples, increase total income by 10% again. I think this is the gun we're using, the MK1. We can increase its income by quite a lot, so we probably want to do that a lot. Considering I also have an auto clicker that can turn this thing into a laser, we're in good shape for today. The auto clicker fires so fast you can't actually hear the bullets anymore. It's just a laser of damage. New gun, $6,300. Automatically fires pellets. It does 16.8 damage at its base. We're long overdue for upgrades. These only cost $150. So they'll take us from 30 damage to, wow, 105. We'll try and keep all the upgrades pretty consistent. So we'll bring this one up to $1,000 worth. That brings its damage up to 72. I feel like by the end of this, we're going to be doing like trillions of damage. Our own income is going to go up again. I guess that's overall income, but that's all we need. We got our first yellow brick. I think it's destroyed already. We only need $31,000 for the next gun, so we're going to get there in no time at all. And we're already there. Automatically fires a burst of rounds at 80 damage at its base, and the guns are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This next one's an absolute sniper rifle. We're going to need more damage. I see now that the damage is displayed at the top. 117 is not good enough for us. Now 133. Plus, obviously, the more guns you add, the more straight up damage there is going out, because more is more. And the high damage gun is a happy gun. We're up to $36,000, so let's upgrade our damage some more, because the more this gun does, the more we're going to be doing overall. Income needs to go up again. I'm also going to spend some dollars increasing my critical hit chance. Never mind, we just bought everything because that didn't work the way I thought it did. But now we have the chance for critical hits. We can reduce the cost of upgrades too, which is actually smart. The cheaper we can make all of those, the better off we're going to be. Gonna upgrade a few other things so they're all into the at least $1,000 upgrade range. Because while my gun does a lot of damage and fires very quickly, there are 5 other guns all firing, so that's actually gonna add up to a lot of damage, and look at all the gold cubes. So maybe it's worth it actually to get more gold cubes, considering the chances might actually get pretty high. And any upgrades for like my base gun we're just gonna get, because it's not gonna hurt anything at all. And then let's take a moment to laser through this all, because I want that big sniper rifle for 156,000, and we got it. Automatically fires a powerful shot. It does 1,000 damage. 1,000. That's over 4 times what my gun does, and look at all the gold bricks appearing. What does it mean by next? I could buy the next 2 times damage. Oh, they go in stages, so every once in a while you'll get 2 times damage. So I'm also going to be waiting for those to appear everywhere. Even though that one costs 290 million, but our damage is up to 500 now. We can increase the chance of green cube appearing. That's even more income again. We just destroyed that entire Rubik's Cube, and we got the next over here for this one. So that's going to go from 151 to 1900 damage. There's a green cube. I need to remember too that for that next gun, it only costs like 800,000, so we can actually make that fairly quickly. Our income is going up quite fast. Not fast enough though. We're currently getting a 75% bonus to our main gun for income, and that's not good enough. We can afford this gun again, so it's going to go from 312 to 1.2 thousand damage. That quadrupled its damage. And now our income's going up quickly. We can make not quite $100,000 per second, but maybe $50,000 when everything's firing properly. And for the first time, we are millionaires. So we could definitely buy this new gun. Automatically fires a pair of shots 2 times. Its base damage is actually like 3,200. And we'll just go back to next, waiting for our next upgrade to appear for us. Actually, the upgrade for our gun is only 1.7 million. That's not going to take long, and our damage is going to go from 640 to something stupid. This is a nice cube because there's just a lot of blocks, so we can get lots of damage consistently on. Some of them are even green. Okay, we can upgrade our main gun now. We're going to go from 640 damage to almost 2000. So we basically tripled our damage, and when we turn that into a laser, the blocks go even quicker. Let's increase our chance of green blocks appearing because that's just a lot of fun, and the gold blocks. Plus our critical hit chance has gone up. We're at 8% crit chance at a 2.3 times multiplier. Plus upgraded our income, so every time we destroy these we have a higher chance of all sorts of blocks appearing and we just make way more money. That's another 2 million already. So we're going to upgrade this gun. It's going from 22.4 times 6 to 1000 times 6. It's just a very satisfying chain of progression and upgrades non-stop. We currently have now a 10% chance of gold bricks appearing. And our next gun costs $4 million. That's not actually going to take me very long at all. I feel like I literally blinked and we made that money. Now that's going to add another gun entirely that's doing 2000 times 6 damage for easy math. And the next gun after that costs about 20 million, but we've already made 1.5 million since I bought the last gun, so that's only going to take like 60 seconds. Really hope buying this new gun is worth it considering the money we're about to invest, but it does just straight up add another gun of damage. Automatically fires a mega shot. That's in all caps, so you know it's serious. That does fire 31,500 damage all at once, so that's not going to hurt anything at all. Ooh, we can also get blue blocks appearing now. That was maybe more expensive than it had to be, but income can go up, we'll get more gold blocks, and then we're out of money. Luckily we have the power of an auto clicker to cheese this all, so we get to sit back and relax and wait for the next upgrade to come about, which should be the $2.5 million gun number 3. It didn't take long at all to hit. That's going from 425 to 1.7 thousand times 2, so that quadrupled its damage. I do want to keep making my gun cheaper and cheaper to get the upgrades for, because obviously with the auto clicker it could be the best gun of all. A few quick minutes later, I might have overshot the mark, but now we can take our damage from 2,500 to 7,000. And with our remaining 65 million, we're going to upgrade the most expensive gun we can. That's going to take this one for 53 million from 1,200 damage to 62,000. And we actually have the money left over on this one too. For $10 million, this can go from 103 to 5,000 times 4. Now we're wrecking the blocks again. They're probably getting tough, but we've got a lot of damage and look at that money go up. Plus we got quite a few purples to spend. So let's have the greens appear more. Actually what we really need is cheaper upgrades for my main gun. The main gun is all that matters. Because our next upgrade is going to cost 1.6 billion, so that's going to take a minute. I've also upgraded gun number 2. It went from like 1800 to 3800. This one's going to go from 2300 to 9000. And we're going to just let things fire away for a few minutes and then come back and see what we can upgrade. A few minutes later, $435 million. That means we could buy $289 million upgrade here. That'll take it from 929 to 46,000 damage. And still with enough money left over to spend $92 million here, we'll go from 1.2 to 4.8 thousand. Then we'll reduce the price of things for my main gun again. We're going to do that twice. And then increase its income because it's definitely the big earner for us. I guess critical hit chance can go up and critical hit multiplier as well. We know of a 12% chance of crits and 2.5 damage. I guess I should be spending smaller amounts of money because these are still going to increase damage. We don't have to jump all the way up to the big step, but we can still spend money on damage. And we're making more money now anyway, so we might as well splurge a little. Like, I don't know if we bought a single upgrade for this. We haven't. It's only level 1. So we're going to go from 33 to 66. We've doubled its damage in a single upgrade. But now that progress is slowing down, I think we're due to prestige. If we prestige now, 665% extra earnings. And that's going to make a big difference because our base damage is 7.7. So that's already up to stupid numbers. 122 damage, and we can turn this gun into an absolute laser beam. Like, we can actually just melt a lot of the first shapes. Like the bullets go right through things. They can't even efficiently hit things anymore. So let's unlock a few more of the guns and they'll do some of the work for us. We're going to increase the income for both the gun and just in general. Either way, we're going to be making a lot of money. Money is where the upgrades come from, so that's all we got to focus on. We've already broken the $100,000 mark and we haven't been prestiged for very long. Actually, I can already have my... we're doing 7,800 damage with my gun already. I think the shapes melt as soon as we can actually touch them, so we're killing these as fast as we possibly can. So I guess at this point, mostly we'll buy some more guns because we can afford to. And there's another gun. And our purple value is going up at the top. This time we can spend it a little more efficiently on things that are actually going to be worth it. But I'm also going to increase the damage on my main gun again from 7,300 to 22,000. There's some basic upgrades that only cost like $25 that we're going to buy because we have almost 100,000 purples. Because of the prestige, we're actually, if I could just go like this, we'll keep an eye on how much purple we have, but these are all pretty cheap. So until they start getting expensive, we don't really need to worry about what we're spending on. Money's starting to drop a little bit. I just want our income to go higher and higher and higher. We got to be careful not to buy the wrong gun. Okay, well, I'm more or less out of purple dollars, but we did in the background actually make over $4 million, so we could buy that gun really easily. And now our income is going up quite quickly. We could definitely make $1 million per second as long as we have enough blocks to shoot. And let's buy our final gun for $20 million. And we're going to increase our income again, both overall and for our main gun. I am pretty curious to see how much damage jumps up on my main gun. We're currently at 39,000, that's 104,000. So 10 bullets equals 1 million damage, and we fire 10 bullets in an instant. Like, we've already made back the 40 million we just spent on this upgrade. Buy them, even $2.5 million doesn't mean that much to me. We've got $100 million and 131,000 purples, so we're definitely going to increase our income and make our upgrades cheaper. That actually shaved off a few $100 million of cost for the next upgrade. It's only 1.15 billion now. I was clicking around and I just got a gold skin for the main gun, so we're up to 130,000 damage. While I'm at it, I'm going to buy upgrades for the most expensive guns first because I assume they're going to be the best. Probably should have knocked another 5% off of the price of things. Well, now the next upgrade is only 34.3 billion, so that's manageable. Actually, I've already bumped this gun all the way up to a 22% crit chance, so it's often firing for nearly 1 million damage. But it's pretty crazy how fast at this point we're making back $1 billion, and we're already up to about 1.1 billion. That means we can easily afford the $700 million upgrade to go from 100 to 310,000 damage. A short while later, we have almost $10 billion, or enough to upgrade our strongest gun. That's going to take it from 301,000 to 15 million damage. So I assume that's absolutely eliminating whatever is in front of it. So we can absolutely destroy these blocks, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm simply going to put the auto clicker on and let the resources roll in. We're also going to increase our damage, 63,000 for the next upgrade, but we also need to increase our earnings with this gun. You know, with an auto clicker, I don't know if we actually need any of the other guns. It's so much easier when I only have to click on this gun's options anyways. Like, I'm just clicking in the background accidentally, we already made 600 grand. Which means I can afford the next upgrade here, and we're halfway to the upgrade after that. Oh, never mind, we're already there. So we're already doing 154,000 damage with this single gun, so we really don't need the other guns, not at all. And the next damage upgrade, 411,000. Probably should have spent some purple things to make it cheaper first, but that's okay, we're so rich it doesn't matter. Another cup of coffee later, $250 billion, a quarter of the way to $1 trillion. And we can afford to upgrade our income only just a little bit. Probably because we don't have enough damage yet. $29 billion, yes. Now we're doing 6 million damage. Although every time I hit that, it is 17 million. But the next upgrade would cost almost $1 trillion. But if I prestige now, we'll get 12,000 prestige points. 192 times where we started. So we'll come back in 400 years and see what we can do.